Hey guys, it's Haji here. We're just going over the weekly blog, and there's lots to unpack, so without further ado, let's get going. So starting June 12th, we've got Family Bedrock, so that's opening training orbs and battling in war, so that's why we were hoarding our training orbs. Make sure you keep hoarding them. Use the campaign to get as many as you can. I personally make sure I do the training orb campaign and the gold campaign every single day to make sure that I can hoard these up. And then when you're battling in war, just make sure you don't cancel out. You either win or lose the attack, but you don't auto cancel out. Then we've got the classic rock web milestone where you're going to use power cores. Then we've got tough crowds, which is battle with new warriors and cosmic crucible and spend ISO 8 campaign energy. So if you haven't built up your new warriors yet, I hate to recommend to build them because they're a terrible team, but build them up because clearly they're needed and the devs want to push them as much as possible. And then make sure that you hoard all of your ISO 8 campaign energy and refreshes, as well as if you bought the battle pass, make sure you hoard that as well. June 12th, we've got Isotope 8 hard campaign chapters 1 and 2, so we can get your T2 ISO 8 finally, so I can start putting it on all my characters except for just the important ones. We've got a Valkyrie Blitz, so if you haven't finished her up yet, awesome. Grind that Blitz and get her to 7 stars. For the first time since early February, we've got the Omega Red Legendary event. He's actually one of the only older legendaries that I don't have at 7 stars yet, so I personally am excited about this. We've got Thor Infinity War character shards and red stars coming into the store on June 15th for you to purchase, or purchase with cores. And then June 16th, we've got Mojo's Mayhem new season, as well as just blitzing with new warriors there. Okay, and then we've got a new team here. So it consists of 1 new character named Spider-Man Big Time, as well as 4 reworks. So break out the bug repellent because Helicarrier's about to have a severe bug problem in the form of the new Infestation team. This scrappy Black Ops god will specialize in Alliance War defense and consist of newcomers Spider-Man Big Time and Strike veterans Ant-Man, Black Widow, Swarm, and Yellowjacket. So they're all bugs. It's a bug theme. I don't know why they didn't just go with Pym Tech, but who knows what Scopely's doing. All of whom will receive upgrades for their new role. Infestation will be a top defensive team, and bringing anything less than a top offensive squad like Nowhere will result in your forces getting squashed. So it's already given, you have to use Nowhere to beat this team. The only good thing about that is Nowhere will likely not be used on defense if that's the case. Okay, so we've got Spider-Man Big Time here. So Spider-Man Big Time swings onto the new Infestation team as a big time controller with high health and focus stats. He's the linchpin of the team, and without him, the team is nothing, and is extremely powerful in war defense. When he's with his full Infestation team, Spider-Man Big Time gains a charge, which grants his ultimate ability a myriad of battle-changing effects, including applying 2 turns of Disrupted, Trauma, and Blind to all enemies, along with flipping all of their positive effects and stealing up to 2 ability energy. So it's known this is not a plug-and-play team. You need all 5 characters for this team in order for it to work, and it only works on war defense. So his traits are City Hero, Tech, and Controller. So I'm thinking for that Dark Dimension 6, we're going to be doing new warriors with Spider-Man Big Time is likely going to be what's happening here. 128 speed, so that's not too bad. And then for his basic, we've got Big Time Thwip. So attack the primary target for 340% damage, plus apply +1 defense down to a maximum of 3. We're then going to bonus attack for 280% damage, and then apply an additional +1 defense down up to a maximum of 3, so kind of like Black Panther 1 million. And then this is something that is very common, it's in every single kit. So I'm not going to cover it for every kit, but every single kit has this. When forced to attack an Infestation ally, this character deals less damage to Infestation allies. On the ISO 8 counterattack and assist, when forced to attack an Infestation ally, this character attacks that ally for 10% piercing. I don't know if that's 10% piercing only. I haven't got clarification, so I'm not sure. But I guess we'll find out once he's released. Attack the target for 300% damage plus 20% piercing, plus apply an additional +1 defense down up to a maximum of 3. I'm going to assume he's going to be a striker, 100%. So the big time beatdown special, it's a first turn move, 3 energy cooldown here. We've got gain anti-sound mode and clear stealth mode. Clear all barrier and revive once on primary target and another enemy with the highest speed. Apply offense up for 2 turns and defense up for 2 turns to self and all infestation allies. This attack is avoidable and cannot be blocked. And then we've got the absolutely bonkers ultimate here, Arachnid Assault. So this is another one where it's a first turn ultimate with a 7 turn cooldown. Gain stealth mode and clear anti-sound mode. Attack all enemies for 300% damage. Flip all positive effects into negative effects on the primary target, plus apply disrupted for 2 turns. Gain 2 evade. If charged, so this is where it gets crazy. So this is, I think it's on war defense only because he gains charged on war defense. Apply disrupted for 2 turns to all enemies. Flip all positive effects into negative effects on all enemies. Apply trauma for 2 turns to all enemies. Apply blind to 2 enemies with the highest speed. Steal up to 2 ability energy from every enemy. This character can only gain a maximum of 2 ability energy from this attack, so this is a fairly new mechanic, which is kind of fun, kind of interesting, might get very annoying. Like, what if he does it to, like, the Nova, and you can't get your battlefield effect out there? And then lose 1 charged. This attack gains 1000% extra focus and is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. This attack cannot be assisted. This is a call out because Black Widow and Ant-Man both have assists in their kit, and so they don't want it to be that OP where he's using this insanely bonkers move and they're getting 2 assists. So that's what that call out's for there. And then for the passive Stealth Spider, on spawn, gain speed up, apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all infestation allies, meaning you don't need to start with a special to get the offense up and the defense up. This will kind of set you in motion to start. On war defense, if this character has 4 or more infestation allies, gain charged. This can only trigger once per war. On war defense, apply immunity to self and all infestation allies. I'm assuming that's on spawn because oh yeah, it does say on spawn. Sorry, my apologies there. When this character is attacked, fill speed bar by 20% for self and all infestation allies, which that is absolutely crazy. You're going to want to avoid hitting him like we avoid hitting Red Hulk. When this character or any infestation ally drops below 50% max health, apply stealth to that character. And then on war defense, apply evade to that character. While in anti-sound mode, lower the armor of all enemies by 20%. So that's what that anti-sound mode is. I'm not sure how that's going to appear in-game, but that's the purpose to the best of my knowledge here. While in stealth mode, gain plus 20% dodge chance, gain 50% max health and 150% focus, and then on war defense, infestation allies gain 50% max health and 150% focus. And then this one's a big one. All speed bar generated by any controller enemy is reduced by 50%. So we're thinking Morgan Le Fay on her Terminator rewind. Doesn't matter. It's 50% reduced, so that's just crazy. Like, it's just, and I think that's Icarus and Cersei as well, where their Terminator rewinds are just, they're going to be so much less significant. And then we've got the reworks here. So we've got Ant-Man, who's got the biggest stat increase, in my opinion. So we've got health plus 131%, damage plus 98%, and speed plus 19%. So that's awesome that he's getting more speed here. And then what's new with the basic here is he's getting another 40% damage on his attack. And then when forced to attack an infestation ally, this character deals less damage to infestation allies. On the special, we've got on war defense, if Spider-Man Big Time is an ally, clear revive once from the primary target. This attack will also have the additional effects of this character's ultimate, Stomp, targeting the primary target. So this mechanic right here, this one right here in blue, this is on every single reworked character's kit. So the next 4 characters that I'm going to go over, it's on all their kits, and basically what it is whenever you use the special, it's going to use the ultimate. Whenever you use the ultimate, it's going to use the special. We don't have clarification on the exact details, but it's my assumption that it's just going to do the whole kit. So like when you use a special, you do the special, and then it does the whole ultimate, not just like say the damage. Sorry about that. The damage or the debuffs or certain parts. I think it's doing the whole thing. And then for the ultimate here, what's new is on war defense. If Spider-Man Big Time is an ally, clear revive once from the primary target. Attack all enemies for 320% damage, plus apply slow for 2 turns to the primary target. Apply slow to all additional enemies. And then if Spider-Man Big Time is an ally, this attack will also have the additional effects of the character's special, Gum Up the Works. So just like I explained earlier there. And then not much has changed on the passive. On Infestation or Pimtech ally turn, gain assist now. So just like your Nebula or your Okoye, so he's likely going to be a skirmisher, but I'm not sure because there's 2 assist characters on this team. So I don't want to give advice too soon because I'm not sure what I myself am going to put on there. And then in Dark Dimension on Spawn, apply Evade to self in all Infestation and Pimtech allies. So that could be helpful, but I'm not sure if he's still going to be a wet noodle in Dark Dimension. We will have to see. And then for the Black Widow updates here, she's got plus 83% health and 88% damage, as well as plus 100% resistance. I do believe that this is a typo here. It's stating that with her new attack, it's doing less damage. I think they're swapped. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that that's wrong. When forced to attack an Infestation ally, they do less damage. And then what's new with the special here is she's going to clear 1 negative effect from Infestation allies, and she's going to apply speed up to self and all Infestation allies for 2 turns. And then as well, she's going to apply immunity for 2 turns to self and all Infestation allies. And then for the ultimate here, she's going to chain up to 3 adjacent targets for 220% damage, plus apply 2 bleed for 2 turns. On war defense, if Spider-Man Big Time is an ally, this attack will also have the additional effects of this character's special, Camouflage Tech, like we discussed earlier, so the special there. And then this attack cannot be blocked and gains 100% extra focus. And then on the passive here, on war defense on Spawn, if Spider-Man Big Time is an ally, gain stealth and speed up. Oh, and I missed one thing here. On Infestation ally's turn, gain assist now. So that's the second assist now. And if we look here, 1000% extra focus. I don't think she needs to be a skirmisher, so maybe Ant-Man is a skirmisher, and there's a possibility that maybe she's a striker, and you're getting like a skirmisher striker. I don't know, guys. This is a new mechanic to me. Having 2 assisters on the team, I feel like it's gonna be we're gonna have to test some things out, theorycraft a little bit, and see what happens. But I think it's exciting. Like I think it's fun. And then so next up here, we've got the Swarm updates. His reworks are absolute garbage. I don't understand how this is going to be viable, but Scopely proved me wrong. On the basic, he's doing an additional 60% damage on his initial attack as well as his rebound chain. Hopefully that helps with the drain as well. He deals less damage to Infestation allies when mind controlled. What's new on the special is he bonus attacks for 190% damage plus applying defense down, and then plus the same thing again, applying slow. Before, when he would do this, it was based on conditions, so if they have this negative effect, bonus attack. Now he just does it every time without fail. If charged, lose 1 charge. If not charged, attack self for 400% damage. And then on war defense, if Spider-Man Big Time is an ally, this attack will also have the additional effects of the ultimate. And then for the ultimate, I don't believe anything has changed. Yeah, nothing has changed other than the fact that when he performs the ultimate, he's also going to do the special. That's a big attack. So like if that's the case, so he's going to attack all enemies, apply 2 bleed for 2 turns. Then whoever's the primary target is going to get 2 bleed, disrupted, defense down, and slow. Jesus. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot. And then what we've got new here is... Oh, I highlighted that one when I shouldn't have, but that's okay. Gain 25% damage, and then on war defense, Infestation allies also gain plus 25% damage. And then Yellowjacket's updates here. Again, the stat increases don't look great. So again, Scopely, please prove me wrong because he looks like he might be a wet noodle. What's new here is when forced to attack an infestation ally, do less damage. Yellowjacket really doesn't have a lot of reworks because overall his kit isn't bad. It was his stats in his team. So he's fairly viable as long as he gets a stat increase and some synergy. On war defense, if Spider-Man Big Time is an ally, this attack will also have the additional effects of the ultimate. And guys, this is a bit of a nasty attack. It steals 30% health from primary target and redistribute to self. So that's a really good one there. Gain evade and regeneration, Dark Dimension buffs. It's not new, but it could definitely be helpful. For the ultimate, what's new here? Just making sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything. It's all the same. He's just going to use the special as well. But that is a lot of damage. He's going to be gaining offense up multiple times when he uses the special and when he uses the ultimate. And then he's going to attack for 400% damage, plus attacking adjacent targets. But for the primary targets, 400% damage plus stealing 30% health. So that's pretty crazy. And then, so that's the team there. One thing I do notice is there's no safeguard. No safeguard. So maybe there's a chance that Icarus and Cersei can pull this off with some severe speed manipulation. Maybe an Emma, Hela, maybe a Cable. We'll see. We'll have to theory craft and figure it out, but no safeguard unless I'm completely missing something here. So as we went over before, Thor Infinity Wars coming into the store. We did receive an in-game message for this, but I didn't cover it on the channel. So with the first run of the Nova Trials complete, we're excited to announce that another legendary character is coming later this year. A 5-person Nowhere team, including Nova, will be a required trait to unlock that character, so be sure to participate in all the fun events that reward the team's character shards. I don't typically cover these because I'm trying to avoid covering things with leaderboards and having to grind too hard. It's toxic, it's predatory mobile games, so I don't like to go over all these. So I apologize if you're missing out on that, but it's just a preference here. Equip your roster with more T2 ISO 8 resources than ever before with the upcoming Isotope 8 hard campaign chapters. So now we can get T2 crystals and T2 level 1 ions. I'm going to be spending all of my ISO 8 campaign energy on this from here on out. But watch, I feel like we're going to get like there's going to be a green ISO 8 bottleneck at some point. Not for the ions, but the shards itself. Like the shards, a lot of the categories I have an insane surplus, but some of them I'm not sitting on that big of a surplus. So if I'm not farming it, I don't know if it'll retain itself. Great news. Agatha Harkness is farmable when she heads into the Cosmic Crucible store in the near future, so she's not that farmable, but it's something, I guess. It's good enough. There's not much more to say. It's good enough. She's finally farmable, and maybe next year, next Christmas, we'll get her to 7-star. Pride Borders clarification. So there's been some questions regarding the long-term availability of the Pride Borders. So they're only going to be available to claim during Pride Month, so during June. However, they will remain in the inventory indefinitely. So claim them now, and you'll have them for life, but just make sure that you claim them if you want them. Then the Friday free claim, I'm a bit too late for that, so sorry about that. But yeah, that's it for the blog, guys. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.